4, guys. We have had 3 weeks of amazing action with these guys. Unfortunately, we were not here for the first 2, but we are here for the 3rd and the 4th. The only person that has been in every race so far is Mr. Matt Grimm. He is currently your points leader. He took a huge lead. Massive lead heading into week 4. He got his second podium of the season last week with his second place victory. Him and Sean Stevens just duked it out consistently there at Eldora. So great to watch those 2 race. They definitely have more competition out here tonight. So I cannot wait to see what happens. Grimm, after that, he is up to 268 points. And he is holding a 78-point lead over last week's winner at Eldora, Mr. Sean Stevens. So, as qualifying winds down, guys, here, we will go through our quick qualifiers at the moment. And to no surprise, you do have the top 2 pro licensed drivers at the top. Mr. Ryan Avila with a 1285. Tanner Pettit right behind him with a 1292. Jackson McLean, Wonderboy, jumping over from the B-Main Bandits into the Outlaws. He's sitting P3 right now with a 1296. You know he's happy about that. Then you got Logan Mann at a 1297. Heath Dyke. I am sorry, Heath. Heath Dyke with a 1298. Peyton Overmeyer with a 1299. Diego Alvarado with a 1301. Matt Grimm, your current points leader, with a 1308. He is sitting in P9 as last season's B-Main Bandits champion jumps in and makes this a 17-car field. Mr. Craig Silby, racing out of New Zealand, hops in the number 8 spot with a 1308 or 1307, and Dylan Ford with a 1311 will be your 10th place qualifier so far. As we jump into heat races, guys, we have a very, very special little introduction here. Come here, guys. You guys ready to get these guys going? Come here. Okay, on 3, say it, okay? 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines. Let's go. Hear them.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Okay, give a big wave to the camera, guys. Say hi to everybody out there. Okay.
Hi.
Okay, go ahead, guys. Go out there. So a great way of starting this off.
Is it okay?
No, go out in the living room. Great way of starting this off, guys. Having my kids come out here and be able to get these guys, get those engines roaring. We will have 9 cars in the very first heat race. It will be Ryan Avila and Jackson McLean on row number 1. Heath Dyke and Diego Alvarado on row number 2. With Matt Grimm and Gaetano Papalardo. I am going to be stumbling over that all night, guys. Gaetano, I am so sorry. But that is your 3rd row with Andrew Thornton and Richie Joplin. Row number 4. Stephen Metcalf will be at the back of the field for heat race number 1. As we start moving, we will get going here momentarily. So, I have very, very limited experience on dirt. I'm not bad, but these guys would just stomp me into the dust. But from what I know about Lucas Oil, this will be a primarily top dominant track tonight. You will see guys going down there right around those tires, trying to search for any sort of grip. But as the pace car does go off, we are about ready to go green in heat race number 1 for the Open Wheel Outlaws. Jackson McLean and Ryan Avila will lead them down into turn 4, and we are fired. Green at Lucas Oil. Ryan takes off, getting a great jump over Jackson McLean. Works his way almost in a slider line in 1 and 2. Jackson will follow him. A little bit of bumping in the back as they are jockeying for position here. So far, the only mover is Matt Grimm, up 1 spot. That 91 machine is always fast. As, looks like Diego was trying to work. Matt Grimm does wreck. No caution as of yet. He's able to get it off the track in time. Ryan Avila still leads. Has about a 4/10 of a second gap over Jackson McLean. Heath Dyke in third. 4 laps to go at the line. Looks like we had some contact in the back between Diego and possibly Richie Joplin. Gaetano going through the infield here. Not a good thing to see. Leaders will be coming up on him quickly. Matt Grimm still is off the racing surface. Looks like Stephen Metcalf did not grid at all. 2 to go. Ryan has moved out to now a 7/10 of a second lead over Jackson McLean. Wonderboy holding strong in heat race number 1 and hasn't fallen back at all. Your biggest mover is Andrew Thornton, who gets around Diego with that slider in 3 and 4. Final lap, taking the checkered flag, is Ryan Avila for heat race number 1. Jackson McLean, number 2. Heath Dyke, followed by Andrew Thornton and Diego Alvarado, your top 5. What a heat race, guys. Tons of action. Some of these guys making a little bit too much contact for what they'd like. But definitely an amazing heat race nonetheless. So first up, guys, we will have in heat race number 2, 8 cars on the grid. It will be Tanner Pettit on your pole position with Logan Mann to his outside for row number 1. Peyton Overmeyer and the New Zealander Craig Silby in row number 2. Dylan Ford, he's showing the same flag as your winner last week, Mr. Sean Stevens, who's out of Tasmania. So maybe we have another Tasmanian here. We will have to talk to Dylan Ford later and see. But they make up row number 3. Scott Snodgrass, a.k.a. Scotty Too Hottie at Scotty Too Hottie Designs out of West Melbourne, Florida. He will be on row number 4 with LJ Moore. So with this being such a small track, these laps will wind down quickly. 8 laps does go very, very fast with these guys, especially under green. We'll try to keep up with all the action. Again, Tanner Pettit is one of the 2 pro drivers in the field tonight. Definitely amazing to see these pro drivers come out here and see the masterclass of their discipline. Pace truck is off. They are heading into 3 and 4 as we get ready to go for heat race number 2. And we fire. Green flag in the air at Lucas Oil. Peyton Overmeyer will follow Tanner through, jumping into that number 2 position. Does he have anything for Tanner? We will see. Craig Silby working that bottom line. Just not able to get the slider connected to get up there with Peyton. Logan Mann is in 4th, dropped 2 spots back. LJ Moore up 3, up into 5th. Sean Stevens, Dylan Ford, and Scott Snodgrass will be in the back of the pack here as we are single filed out at Lucas Oil. You can watch as we take a ride with Mr. Tanner Pettit here. Just how close these guys are up on the berm. Now, if you jump up too high, it does go from banking to flat ground very quickly. So definitely not what you want to do getting up there too far. As the Speed Shop 51 guys are putting on a show here tonight. Tanner's out to almost a 2-second lead over Peyton Overmeyer. Craig Silby still in that podium spot, up one position. Logan Mann, who did not have a good start, sitting fourth, with last week's winner, Sean Stevens, in fifth. It's like Dylan Ford did have an issue, but white flag is out as Tanner Pettit comes around, gets up on that flat spot, and he's celebrating a heat race number 2 victory. Peyton Overmeyer and Craig Silby join him on the podium. Now we will have a 5-minute warm-up coming from Race Control guys. They want to try to work in the track a little bit more here during warm-ups. So it's going to be amazing to see these guys, see the adjustments that they can make. Gives them a little bit of time to go out there, get some more practice in. If they were in heat race number 1, they're able to come out and get warmed up before this 30-lap feature. And man, 8 laps went that quickly. 30 is going to go just as fast. They will have the full complement on the field, or on the track though. So I believe we're going to have 18 cars on the grid for the 30-lap feature. Currently, Jackson McLean is going top of the board. Let's go ahead and drag him down here, and let's get a quick little word with P2 out of heat race number 1. Jackson, it's Ed in the booth. You got me?
I do indeed.
So, Jackson, I know you a little bit more personally than many of our viewers out there, and I know your aspirations with racing. What is it like to be out here with Pro Series drivers and not only be able to drive with them, but actually to compete with them?
It's honestly pretty surprising because I don't run wing cars just about ever anymore. So it's pretty encouraging. It makes me feel a lot better about my racing ability.
Now, I know you have huge aspirations, with your micro sprint and possibly even jumping up into sprint cars one day. But does being able to perform with these guys through the heat race, obviously we don't know how the feature is going to go, but being able to compete with them, is it something that you may be able to try to chase down eventually and try to get to the level of a Pro Series driver on iRacing?
Maybe one day if I get a little more time, but right now I'm more focused on school and driving to have fun. So, but maybe one day, you never know.
Well, that's what we always do is we come out here. This is our hobby. We do this to enjoy it. So to hear you just want to have fun, that's definitely encouraging, man. Thanks for talking with us. Good luck in the feature tonight.
Thanks, sir.
So let's go to the other end of the spectrum here while we still have a couple minutes. Where is he on track? Mr. Scott Snodgrass. So Scott, I've never seen run on dirt. I do have a little bit of familiarity with Scott. Unfortunately, the rest of the guys on track aren't in the Discord here, so I'm not able to pull any of our pro drivers for interviews. Hopefully we can talk to them after the race, if they're able to snatch that podium position. But Scott has came out here and put himself on the line tonight, as this is not his usual discipline, but it's great to see him out here trying something new. Scott, how's it going, buddy?
I don't know yet. I'm trying to figure out this. It's been so long since I've done this.
Well, you definitely don't want to get up on the flat part of the track there. But are you at least enjoying yourself?
Oh, most definitely. Whenever you get pulled out of your comfort zone, you gotta have that. The only way to do it is to have fun.
Well, it's great to see more guys come out here and support the Open Wheel Outlaws. Great to see an asphalt guy and road guy trying to come out here and run a little bit more. Do you have any hopes for the future, or are you just trying to make it through the whole 30-lap feature?
I'm trying not to have any enemies after tonight, and just have some fun, race, learn the car.
Well, that's definitely great goals, especially for your first night out. This is a little bit of a difficult track, but I'm glad to see you come out here, bite the bullet, and have some fun, buddy. Good luck in tonight's feature.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate the broadcast.
Yeah, not a problem, buddy. Hey, guys, all of our replays are on YouTube, Warlord Gaming. You can go check out any of our past broadcasts, whether it be any of my road racing broadcasts, any of our Open Wheel Outlaws broadcasts, or our B-Main Bandits broadcasts. Definitely go check out any of it. Let us know how we're doing. If you guys have any feedback, I always am looking to improve. And if you need a broadcast, contact me. We have open nights available, and we love coming out here and doing this. Any discipline, anytime. And just like that, guys, we are getting into the main event for tonight. All right, guys, we have P1, Mr. Ryan Avila out of Lemoore. Tanner Pettit to his outside. Looks like he's racing out of California. Jackson McLean out of Paris, Tennessee. And Peyton Overmeyer make up row 2. Heath Dyke and Craig Silby, both of them from down under, will make up row 3. Andrew Thornton and Logan Mann make up row 4. With Diego Alvarado and last week's winner Sean Stevens, both of them looking to get through this pack and have a great finish tonight. You do have Charles Joplin or Richie Joplin and LJ Moore, row number 6. Dylan Ford and Gaetano Papalardo. Told you I'd be messing that up, guys. They make row number 7 with Matt Grimm and Scott Snodgrass. After pretty disappointing heat races for both of them, will be starting in the back. Looks like our front row are deciding to go to the back. This is going to be very interesting to watch their progress through. Looks like they're going to go single file back there, or maybe Tanner's going to go to the inside. We will have to see. But that will make Jackson McLean and Peyton Overmeyer your front row for this feature. Will 30 laps be enough for the pros to catch Wonder Boy? Only time will see. As they go into 3 and 4, we are green. And across the line, Jackson will go low into 1 and 2 and keep the lead over Peyton Overmeyer. We do have contact in the back. Looks like Sean Stevens was involved. No caution as of yet. And as we're going here, Andrew Thornton, who loves the bottom line, trying to get it going, has worked his way up 3 spots into P4. Craig Silby right behind him. Diego Alvarado and Logan Mann working their way up. Gaetano Papalardo and LJ Moore and Ryan Avila, one of your pros, making their way through the field. Jackson McLean does have a healthy lead after 5 laps over Peyton Overmeyer, He's out to almost a 1 second gap over him with Heath Dyke and Craig Silby sitting there trying to chase down the podium. Great battle here for the 4th position between Silby and Thornton. Alvarado just trying to get his nose in there. Silby trying to work that low line and get any sort of momentum. He has put Andrew in a bad position where he doesn't want to be. But we do have our very first yellow of the night. Looks like LJ Moore was involved. Let's go back and take a quick look here. LJ working that high side right there behind Grimm. And he shoots it down onto the bottom. And oh no! The first tire casualty of the night goes to Mr. LJ Moore. Definitely not what you want to see, especially with the wings both being taken off. That will be a very quick trip to the pits for damage repair. And we are hearing from race control, it was the back row challenge for the pros. So we're going to have to see and check up on them regularly to see where they are at. Currently, they have worked their way up into P7 and P8. Tanner Pettit getting around Ryan Avila. If you're Jackson McLean, I definitely know you did not want to see that caution because that tightens everybody up to let those pros take another shot. Lights on the pace truck are out. We will get 2x2 ready to go here at Lucas Oil once again. Jackson McLean will lead them to the green. Barney waves the green flag. We are back under green flag action. Jackson getting really close to that infield tire. Contact behind. There is chaos once again, and we are under caution. We were able to see that live, but let's go back and take a look and see exactly who was involved here. It looks like it's Heath Dyke and Craig Silby. Heath just wobbly under entry. Feeds the right rear to Craig Silby. Definitely not a situation Craig Silby is familiar with. Usually on the other end of it. Just kidding, love you, Craig. So that will bring out caution number 2. As it looks like Craig Silby is in the pits now, coming out. Heath Dyke will be right in front of him at the back of the field. So that puts your leader, Jackson McLean, followed by Peyton Overmeyer. Andrew Thornton working his way up into 3rd. Great to see him back up in a podium spot. And Alvarado in 4th, but right behind him is Pettit and Avila. The 2 pros making short work of this field. Gonna have to see how many more laps it takes them to get up there around Jackson. Pace truck is off. And we are ready to go here at Lucas Oil once again. And let's go to the blimp for this restart. Jackson McLean fires, and he will lead them into turns 1 and 2. Overmeyer takes the low line, as well as Thornton. Alvarado working that high line, trying to gain any momentum to get around Andrew Thornton. Great battle for the lead as the pros, you see Ryan jump into that high side, gaining momentum. Is he going to be able to get a 4-for-1 in one turn? This is going to be an exciting time as we are back under caution once again. It's like Craig Silby and Heath Dyke once again involved. Dyke down on the bottom, Silby behind. Dyke comes up, blocks the run. Oh, Silby just hits the tire. Tire casualty number 2 tonight. Ends up getting a piece of Dyke and Scott Snodgrass. Say that fast, boys. That is not the easiest name. But Scott just has nowhere to go that will put Mr. Craig Silby back in the pits once again. Unfortunate for the New Zealander here tonight. Not really a whole bunch of shakeup here with the leaders. Jackson McLean still P1. Peyton Overmeyer behind him, but iRacing did give Alvarado the P3 position. Andrew Thornton right behind him. And then you have Ryan Avila and Tanner Pettit chomping at the bit to get up there, as we will have 20 laps to go in this 30-lap feature. Getting 2x2 ready to race here once again from the blimp view. Let's get back to some green flag action. 20 laps to go at the line. Heading into 3 and 4, Jackson will once again lead them to the start-finish line. He's been shooting it low. Will he once again, as he gets a great jump over Peyton Overmeyer? Alvarado follows him on the bottom. Unfortunately, Avila and Pettit both get around Andrew Thornton as we're just trying to go through the scrum here. We are back under yellow once again. Looks like LJ Moore and Heath Dyke, he just can't get out of any situations here tonight. Unfortunate for him. Let's go take a quick little look. So you have LJ Moore working the top side. 3 wide situation. Guys fighting for room and just not enough. Unfortunate for LJ Moore losing his front nose there, his nose wing. He will definitely have to take it to the pits. Alright guys, only 1 lap down before we went back under caution. Gonna be interesting as now Ryan Avila has worked his way up into P4. As it looks like Tanner Pettit might have had some issues there. Let's go back and see if we can find what happened to Tanner Pettit. He just jumped to the pits. As we fire once again, we are green. Ryan working that top side. Can he get around the top 3? Jackson still trying to make the bottom work as he bobbles in 1 and 2. That'll put Diego and Avila. 2 is outside. Almost 4 wide here, guys. If you can make it work, it's great, but not advised with these open wheel cars. That'll put Avila up into the lead for the first time tonight. Alvarado trying to fight for any lick of space here. Overmeyer maintains 3rd. Jackson McLean goes 1 to 4 as he starts fighting off Gaetano Papalardo and Matt Grimm, with Andrew Thornton in the mix too. And last week's winner and second in points, Sean Stevens. What can he do here? Tasmanian working his way through the field. 3 wide at the line. Logan Mann getting his nose into it as Tanner Pettit trying to work his way back through the field once again. And we are back under yellow once again here. Let's go see what happened. You saw Tanner Pettit get a little bit into it, but it looks like Logan Mann was the cause of the caution. So Logan just up on top, trying to rip that cushion. Oh, who is that? That was Diego. What happened with Diego? Diego was your leader. Touches the wall there. Oh, contact Correction, he was in P2. So like contact with, I believe that was Peyton Overmeyer. Those guys have been racing clean all night. And unfortunately, just nowhere to go. So with that little shakeup, we will have 13 laps of green flag racing left. Ryan Avila and Jackson McLean on the front row. But look who's shown up. It's Gaetano Papalardo and Matt Grimm right behind him. And last week's winner, Sean Stevens, up in 5th. Things are getting juicy here in the late laps. 13 laps to go at the line. We are green flag racing once again. Ryan jumping up to that high side immediately. As Gaetano makes it past, we have some bumping and grinding with these guys. That does not work with open wheel cars. And we are back under yellow once again. Looks like Peyton Overmeyer and once again Heath Dyke. Unfortunate for him. So Peyton Overmeyer. See LJ Moore in the back getting a little sideways. Peyton Overmeyer just shoots it in a little too hard. Catches Heath Dyke. Unfortunate for both of them. Heath losing his nose once again here tonight. The 36 crew is working overtime for Heath. Still under pacing, it will be Ryan Avila with Gaetano Papalardo. I really hope I said it right that time. It felt right that time, Gaetano. That will be front row. Gaetano working up 11 positions. Jackson McLean and Matt Grimm right behind him, fighting for that podium spot. Pace truck is off. Who's going to get the advantage here with 12 laps to go at the line? Jackson McLean trying to get a great restart. He will be side by side with Gaetano. Ryan jumping up to the high side, getting the momentum. And we will be almost 5 wide coming out at 2. These guys get double filed back out. Jackson McLean fighting for any real estate he can. And look who has joined the chat. Tanner Pettit has worked his way back up into 5th as he's looking underneath Jackson McLean. Jackson staying on his high side, but Jackson is in the slick, can't put the power down. Give the position to Tanner Pettit. Can he get around Gaetano, and can he do anything to catch Ryan Avila up in front, who now has a 1 second gap over these guys battling? See, Matt Grimm, your current points leader, racing with the pros here, showing him he's not afraid. He is the points leader for a reason. He wants that podium. He wants the 3rd one of the season. As Pettit gets around Papalardo, they are throwing haymakers at each other. Pettit back on the bottom, able to put the power down, and he will gain some distance here. Papalardo up on the high side. They are 3 wide going down the backstretch. Sean Stevens wants his name on that trophy tonight. Ryan Avila is loving this. These guys are battling, and he's worked his way out to a 2.5 second gap over the rest of the field as Tanner Pettit finally starts to break away. It's now the battle for 3rd. Who is going to get it? Is it going to be Papalardo, Grimm, or Stevens? We've seen Grimm and Stevens fight it out last week in a great battle at Eldora, but you do have Papalardo, newcomer this week, looking to cement his name in the Open Wheel Outlaws history books and get his first podium in his first season with the Open Wheel Outlaws. Sean Stevens does back off, trying to not make contact with Papalardo, and that will allow Matt Grimm to take the final podium spot. Can Gaetano get up there and do anything? We are back under yellow once again, hopefully for the final time tonight. With 3 laps to go, let's bunch these guys back up. Ryan, it is not your race as of yet, buddy. And it looks like we had Dylan Ford and, once again, Heath Dyke. Unfortunate for him. So this is Dylan Ford working that high side. Oh, what happened with Heath? Looks like he just hit the brakes and went straight. Unfortunate casualty for Dylan Ford. And behind that, looks like we had Tyler Pettit. Looks like he had an issue. Nope, no issue. Just getting slowed down for the caution. So with 3 laps to go, we will double them back up. And it'll be Ryan Avila and Tanner Pettit fighting it out with points leader Matt Grimm. See if he can get anything going here and follow Ryan down on the low line. Gaetano in 4th with... One second, my SDK here. Pace truck pulls off. We will be single file. My apologies, guys, there. Single file for the field. 9 cars left on the track. Ryan does fire. He has Tanner and Matt behind him. Can they do anything on the high side? As admins don't like what happened with that restart. Looks like Gaetano did crash, so that will bring out the yellow flag. Let's go back and take a look. Gaetano is the 4th car in line there. Looks like he's running that sunshine paint. Oh, Gaetano just tries to get low on the track, tries to defend the low line in casualty number 3 of the tires tonight. Don't know if he will, looks like he will be getting his spot back. We will have a 2-lap shootout to determine the victor here at Lucas Oil tonight. Oh, nope, he did not get his spot back. Looks like he is dropping now. Have an amazing 2-lap shootout between these two pros to determine the winner of the Open Wheel Outlaws week number 4 at Lucas Oil. Or can Matt Grimm, your season points leader, get up here and try to steal one? He's going to need a heck of a restart. Ryan's been going to that top and ripping the top, gaining that momentum every restart. We'll see what line these guys might have found. If you have anything in the tank, you need to bring it out now. 2 laps to go. Ryan brings him around 3 and 4, and he fires. We are green at Lucas Oil. He gets a great jump. Pettit and Grimm fight it out. Contact between Grimm and Pettit. Looks like Pettit did go around. Grimm will keep P2. No caution as of yet. White flag. Ryan has a healthy lead, but Matt Grimm is in P2. He has to fight off Sean Stevens. It's going to be a fight to the flag. Who's going to get it? Give P2 to Matt Grimm, your points champion, extending his points lead tonight. But P2 in the points is Sean Stevens right behind him. Let's go back, before we get into our post-race interviews here, let's go back and take a look at what happened on this restart. Unfortunate for Pettit, as it looks like Grimm was just trying to go to the high side. Pettit was trying to be maybe that middle line, maybe a slider line, and just a little bit of contact. Definitely not what you want to see at the end of the race. As Pettit does take it to the pits. Whew. Boys, you guys are making me work tonight. Holy cow. What a great race. So let's wait for these guys to get into the Discord here, and we will get our number 3, our third place finisher here tonight, Mr. Sean Stevens out of Tasmania. It's Ed up in the booth. You got me?
I certainly do, mate. How are you?
Good. It's great to talk to the Tasmanian again. I love saying that, buddy.
Only just.
Hey, dude, I would be excited. Like, okay, this may be just a stupid American thing, but man, Tasmania sounds cool.
Yeah, no, it does.
So, but hey, enough about Tasmania. Let's jump back into the race here. Up 7 positions in this 30-lap feature. There was a lot of drama at the end, but man, it worked out in your favor for a podium finish, which is your second of the season, correct?
Yeah, I think so, yep.
Yeah, because you won last week. Now you're third. Grimm isn't going to gain any more points on you, really. But I know you wanted that second place. Did you have anything for Matt on that last restart?
I think towards the end of the race there, I just found a little bit of speed down low. I was getting my speed out of the corners where they were sort of getting their speed going in, and well, yeah, I was gaining on him a little bit, but Ryan, he's a pro for a reason, I suppose, and he's definitely hard to beat. And Tanner, he got unlucky there as well. He just buzzed by me, so I don't know. Maybe a bit unlucky there with Matt and Tanner, yeah, spinning him around, but we'll just see how it is and come back next week and see if we can put it on the podium again.
Yeah, it definitely between last race and this race, it's a tale of 2 different races. Last week, with the lower car count and it being Eldora, if I remember right, the track was pretty tacky most of the night. How much more did it really slick off having this many sprint cars out there?
Yeah, no, it was certainly better than last week, that's for sure. We all love a slick track, that's for sure. Especially when it's racy and fast and, there's multiple lines. We all love it. So, it was a good track tonight. And, I felt it was pretty racy. You could have went, there was a few different lines there you could have went, I reckon. And, I found mine was a diamond line type, cut in from the top, run out straight. I felt my setup was better for that. So I tried that all night and picked up a few positions coming through like that. So, yeah, I'm glad I made it through to the podium.
Well, as always, it's amazing to watch you guys that put on a masterclass. Like, that's the best way of saying it, watching you guys out there. Before we hop off the mic with you, anyone out there you want to thank?
Oh, yeah. Just give a massive shout out to all the boys back at Wyobe, everyone who supports us, you for putting on the show. Everyone who puts on this league and shows up every week to have a run. It's we couldn't do it without everyone. So, yeah, and Speed Factory Sets, LCJ Carpentry, Catalysm Computers, Trent for the new design, and, see us next week.
Hey, well, Sean, great run tonight. Great result for you, and we'll see you out here next week, buddy.
Will do.
All right, guys, that was the Tasmanian. Now let's jump into your points leader, Mr. Matt Grimm. It's Ed up here in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Matt, so first let's address the elephant in the room. What happened between you and Tanner there on that final restart? What's your side?
Well, we were all kind of running the same line to carry speed through the corner, and then that time he just decides he's going high and to cut down the whole track, which that's great if no one's around you. I was turned to the left and on the brakes and off the gas, so I didn't know what else I was supposed to do there. You can't just decide that now you're going to cut down the whole track with a car right there.
Wow.
Just
Either way, it's an unfortunate deal at the end of the race. You guys are racing hard. You guys have been racing hard for 5-10 laps there, and it was a great battle to watch you guys. I know you didn't want to get into them. It's an unfortunate racing deal, but hey, it worked out in your favor. Now you're able to hopefully extend your points lead a little bit more. Man, what was the key for you making it through the field tonight?
Yeah, after that heat race incident, I mean, kind of got ran low, and then I just messed up my entry, and I clipped the tire, so that kind of sucked. But starting back there, you just kind of had to really be patient and be on your toes to miss some of them guys that were wrecking. And I mean, you just had to have a little bit of luck too, for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, coming up 13 spots to get on the second place of the podium, man. What a drive tonight. This has been the question all night long for a lot of the guys. What's it like out here running with these pros?
Well, I actually get to run with them quite a bit, so it's pretty cool, but it's not really how I wanted to represent myself to them. I mean, I apologize to Tanner, but I tried my best to stay out of it, and it was kind of just is what it is at that point. Congrats to Ryan. They're always tough to beat, and look forward to running against them. And when you get to come through the field as well and finish right behind them, it's pretty cool.
Well, after a heck of a drive tonight, do you have anybody out there that you want to thank? Any sponsors or any support?
Yeah, thanks, John, for putting us on and giving us something to do on Friday nights. And thanks to Keep Digging, Tight Lines Apparels, and thanks for putting this on with the broadcast. It's going to be cool to watch it back.
Yeah, it was definitely an amazing race to watch. You guys kept me going all night long, and you guys didn't make it easy on me, but hey, it was a great race. Great to see you out here again, man. We'll see you next week.
Sounds good. Thanks.
So that was P2. Now, let's jump into something that's really, really cool for me. Okay. So, I've been on the iRacing service for 3 years. This is the first time I've ever even seen a pro license. So it's amazing to be able to see these pro drivers out here put on a masterclass. And man, did he put on a masterclass. The winner for tonight, Mr. Ryan Avila. How's it going? It's Ed up here in the booth.
Yeah, not too bad. Started pretty deep there, and I ended up winning it.
Yeah, I got word from Race Control that you and Tanner were doing a last to first challenge since you guys are the two pros in the field. How difficult was that racing with these guys and making it up there?
It's like a change of pace, kind of, you could say. I mean, I'm pretty used to 410s and banging doors every single week, but that's pretty fun to start in the back of a a regular race or like a league here, and we kind of just wanted to see what we could do and put our skill to the test, you could say. But yeah, I mean, I always like racing with non-pros, you could say, but it's just fun. I like racing. I recently bought an alt account so I can just race and have fun instead of kind of worrying about my pro license and iRating. But yeah, just having fun.
That's why any of us do it. This is our hobby. Some of us are lucky enough to make it our profession, but for most of us out here, it is just a hobby, and we come out here to have fun. And it's great to hear the guys, even that make it to that pro level, that's what you're out here for. You're out here to have fun and enjoy the racing environment with everyone on the service.
Yeah, I'm a avid road and oval racer, so I find myself doing a lot of leagues like that and just officials, and I'm pretty sure the Daytona 500 is coming up this week, so probably try that a little bit and see if get some teammates to run it, some friends, and just have some fun.
Now, for everyone curious out there for the Daytona 500, what's your iRating on oval?
I think it's around 3,500.
Okay, so anybody that's around that area, look for Ryan out in the Daytona 500 next week. Shout out to him, say, hey, shout out from Warlord Gaming, and maybe he'll know what we're talking about and just enjoy racing with him. Ryan, it was an amazing masterclass tonight. Are we going to be able to see you out here next week as well?
Yeah, I should hopefully make it. Like I said, I'm just doing this for fun, so I didn't really plan my schedule around it, but we'll see.
Hopefully we see you back out here, you and Tanner. I know Tanner's going to be chomping at the bit for that podium once again. Before we hop off the mic, do you have any sponsors or anyone supporters you want to shout out on the broadcast?
Yeah, I just gotta thank you, for putting the broadcast on, John for putting the league on, and having us pros, run. Just sweetshot51.com, Tanner Pettit for, always having us on rails. That's about it, to be honest.
Oh, amazing run tonight. Hopefully we'll see you and Tanner back out here again. You have a good night, sir.
Thank you.
Well, guys, first chance I've ever had to talk to a pro. It was great to hear from them. Great to see these guys coming out here and not just doing it as their profession, but they're doing it for the love of it. You heard it from Ryan. He does other disciplines. He's a pro on dirt, but he wants to race oval. He wants to race road. We all have been there. Any of us on the service, you've jumped into those Formula Vs every once in a while and gone and wrecked some people. If you're saying you haven't, well, you're probably lying, and you need to do some soul searching. What a amazing race with the Open Wheel Outlaws. A complete turnaround. John O'Brien has to be happy with this. He has to be happy seeing these guys come out here, put on this show, and just shows how bright of a future this league has. If you guys want to be a part of it, jump into the Discord, get out here, race with them, race with the pros, go prove that you are the best on the service. You have them out here, go race them. Let's see how you do. That's it for Lucas Oil, guys. We will be back next week with I-55 with these 360 sprint cars. All caught live here on Twitch. You want to catch the replay? Head on over to YouTube, Warlord Gaming. Till then, guys, keep on sending it in.